Should euthanasia be legal? Another way to ask this question is, do you have the right to die in peace or pain? 42% have a friend or a relative dying and or suffering from a terminal illness. And out of this 42%, pain occurred 73% of the time. After going through a tunnel of tremendous pain, the only light at the end of it is death. So why go through it all only to die in a week or two? The answer is simple. It's not legal. So why is it not legal? Is it too inhumane, as opposed to letting them suffer through weeks of pain? If you believe it is too inhumane, then here is a few things to think about. Humans are just animals in disguise. So why is it alright to put your dog out of its misery but not your own kind, even when they can't tell us personally whether they want to live or die? We make this decision for them. Picture this, a loving and caring owner putting their beloved pet they consider as family out of its misery so that it doesn't have to suffer any longer. I know it's sad, but it's the right thing to do, and you all agree. Now put a human in its place. No, this is considered wrong and illegal. Better off letting them be a forgotten vegetable for the rest of their life, slowly roasting away to the point of no existence. There's something incredibly wrong with our laws if it is right and legal to put our pets out of its misery, but are forcing ourselves and families to suffer through the pain. As Milan Kundera once said, dogs don't have many advantages over humans, but one of them is extremely important. Euthanasia is not forbidden by law in their case. Dogs have the right to a merciful death. So is euthanasia painful? Your first thought might be yes, because is there really such a thing as painless death? So how are people euthanized? Euthanasia is a painless procedure carried out by a group of drugs called barbiturates. Barbiturates shut down the brain and nervous system. Without all the facts, I'll agree that this sounds painful. However, what if I told you that with small doses, these drugs can be used to treat insomnia and seizures in emergencies? With small doses, these drugs can also be used to relieve headaches and make us sleep through surgery. Surgeons use it daily to make patients sleep for various hours. This proves that euthanasia is not painful. You simply fall asleep, putting a patient's pain to rest. One of the main reasons people believe euthanasia should not be legal is because it is believed to be eligible for anyone who wishes to be euthanized, meaning anyone with depression. I agree that people with depression should not be able to be euthanized. Here in New Zealand, this would not be a problem, as within the bill they propose there is to be a set amount of conditions on who is and who is not eligible to be euthanized. The following conditions are 18 and older, suffer from terminal and grievous and irremediable illness, be in an advanced state of irreversible decline, be in unbearable pain that medication cannot help, and be of sound mind to give consent. These conditions can be found on the New Zealand legislation website under the End of Life Choice Bill. Even if the patients meet the standards of these conditions, they must be assessed by 2 doctors. With these conditions in place, it is clear to see that this concern has been taken into account, and therefore there is no reason to be against euthanasia. So do you have the right to die in peace? It all comes back to having the right to die with dignity. Birth and death are just 2 factors in life. You have the right to choose what colour you like, what you want to eat, when you go to sleep, and all the decisions that make up life. Birth and death. We should be able to legally decide when we have suffered enough and our time has come. The word euthanasia originates from 2 Greek words, eu and thantos, meaning good death. These 2 words define the meaning behind euthanasia.